Hi, I'm Manga Captor, and welcome to a fun little productive vlog. The first order of business in this productive vlog is to study Japanese. I have quite a bit of Japanese manga, so I figured why not show you guys my small collection and also talk briefly about how I read manga to learn Japanese. I've been learning Japanese on and off by myself for about a year, and I've been very inconsistent, so I'm not where I should be, but I have learned hiragana and katakana, and as soon as I was familiar with those two, I decided to start reading manga. And the first one I got was Fruits Basket Volume 1. This is a weird choice for a beginner. I wouldn't recommend it. I was mainly focusing on picking up manga that has furigana, which is just basically like smaller hiragana characters that spell out kanji characters, because kanji is very hard to memorize as a beginner. Having the furigana really helps. The only thing is that it's like very tiny, so I really had to work out my eyes to read it sometimes. So after that I picked up Doraemon. So I had a much easier time overall reading this one because there are less kanji characters and I just find the sentences to be simpler, so this is a little bit better for beginners. I still had to look up a ton of stuff, and that's just part of it. Part of reading in a new language, you're going to have to Google so many things, and it's going to take you so much longer to read a single page in a different language over your native language, obviously, and you just have to have the patience, but this one was fun. So you would think that after my experience with those more so beginner mangas that I would have a better eye at picking out more beginner-friendly mangas, but then I did what most new language learners do. They take a deep dive into something that is just too far above their comprehension level and just think like, this will be fine. And for me, that was the complete series of Silver Spoon by Hiromu Arakawa. This has been really difficult for me to get through because this series is about a boy that goes to a farming school, and he does it because he believes that it'll be easier to get straight A's in a school like that versus like maybe a more techie school or something. He kind of thinks that farmers are just dumb, which is problematic. He is a problematic protagonist for some bit of this story. And this story is really fun. I really love the juxtaposition between the protagonist and, you know, the students there who have parents who are farmers and are really well versed in farming technology, farming terminology, and he is like, oh my god, I didn't realize that farmers were so smart. And that is where this manga is hard for me to read. There are so many farming techniques, terms, etc. that just fly over my head. I'm like, what is that? I have to Google so many words when reading this. So this was just way beyond my comprehension level. I just got so excited and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna read the entire series in Japanese. I have not done that. I will do it one day, but I have not done that yet. So then after recognizing my wrongs and understanding that I took a leap that was too great at the time, I went backwards and purchased volume 1 and 2 of Yotsuba. This series is much easier to comprehend. There is still some issue with like sarcasm. I feel like sarcasm is something that's really hard to grasp in a new language sometimes because it takes time to understand sarcasm. But this is a cute series about this young girl and her dad that moved to a new town, and Yotsuba is just so curious about everything. You know, she's curious about butterflies and schools and people. Just everything that she sees seems to be interesting to her in some way, shape, or form. So this has been a lot of fun, and it's a great way to learn Japanese, so I'm happy that I picked this one up. And most recently, I got volume 1 of Fire Emblem Engage. This is only available in Japanese, which is again another big reason why I want to learn Japanese. So many things never make it to the US, or it takes a really long time, so the ability to read the original form of the story would just be amazing. And I think this is what I'm going to start with for my little study session. Since this is the newest volume in my Japanese manga collection, I'm curious to start reading it and see the difficulty level of this manga. But before I start studying, I feel like I need some great snacks to help fuel my study session. And thankfully, today's video is sponsored by Sakura-Co. Sakura-Co is a monthly Japanese artisan snack box that supports local Japanese snack makers. Each box comes with 20 traditional, authentic, and artisan Japanese snacks, including including Japanese teas and a special piece of Japanese tableware. This month's theme is Festival of Tohoku. Sakura Co. invites you to indulge in authentic and savory flavors that capture the essence of this enchanting region's celebrations. Each box includes a booklet that shares more information on each snack, allergen information, and Japanese culture. I love experiencing each theme Sakura Co. curates. The snacks provided are delicious, diverse, and fun to share with others. Each box comes with a tableware item, and this month's item is the Neko Tenegui, a traditional Japanese towel, which has such a cute design. As a cat lover, I am just entranced. I loved so many things in this box. The custard bun was light and fluffy, and the filling was rich and had a nice flavor. I really enjoyed the Michinoku Miruru, which is made with fresh Highland milk and butter that gives it such a delicious, rich texture. The peanut senbei cookie was also delicious. The apple custard cookies were almost too pretty to eat. The roasted corn arare was delightful. I really enjoyed the sweet potato amanato. And the walnut mochi honestly blew me away. It was so delicious. As you can see, there are so many delicious things to dig into in this box. I just love how much variety there is. So another thing that I really love about Sakura Co. is that the tea pairs so well with the snacks provided in the box. It literally feels like you're getting a little tea party shipped straight to you. And July's tea pick is a Japanese blend. It's got Japanese matcha tea as well as some roasted rice, which sounds amazing. It is so good. I love that roasted flavor that's in the background. It is just so well-rounded and nice and earthy. I love earthy flavors, so this is delicious. And I think it'll pair great with this apple cream cookie. The design on the wafer is just so beautiful to look at. It's almost too pretty to eat, but I'm gonna go ahead and dig in. The fragrant apple flavor just pairs so well with this earthy tea, and these wafers are just lightly sweet and snap so perfectly, so it's like you get a nice blend of crunchy with the smooth apple cream. It is so delicious. Sakura Co. just makes snacking so fun, and I love their curated boxes. You can really tell they put a lot of thought into it, and if you would like your own Sakura Co. box, you can use the link in my description along with my coupon code MANGACAPTOR to get $5 off your first box. That way, you too can experience a taste of Japan from the comfort of your own home. Thank you again so much to Sakura Co. for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get into that study session. Okay, this has to be the prettiest volume in this entire series. I love the rainbow, I love the lemon wedges, and there's like maybe like a lemon meringue pie that wraps around. It is so gorgeous. Hello reader friends, I just finished reading what is probably now one of my favorite manga volumes I've read this year, and the volume I'm talking about is volume 7 of Shonen Note Boy Soprano. I thoroughly enjoyed this volume. There were so many emotional, beautiful moments. I feel like the art was really well utilized in this volume. In the previous volumes, it is the same. The art is amazing, but it just felt so well used in this volume to convey emotion. It was just incredible. And I got to the end of the volume and I immediately was very sad because it said that the final volume of this series, volume 8, is coming out this summer, 2024. And I already pre-ordered it, so it's on its way to me. And I just did not expect that this series was already going to be done in 8 volumes. I've really enjoyed this story, these characters, and I am just so sad to know that it's almost over. Another really cool thing about this manga volume is that it features a short story at the end that actually is the root of the Shonen Note Boy Soprano series. So Yuki Kamatani published this short story in a magazine in 2010, and it was basically the precursor to this beautiful masterpiece. I am just so delighted to have this volume in my hands. I am ecstatic that it is part of my collection. And yeah, I just love all of Yuki Kamatani's works. And I hope that more of their series get translated to English because I need every single morsel I can get. Thank you very much. And with that, I am closing this productive vlog. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like. And if you want to watch more content like this, go ahead and subscribe. It really helps my channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.